everyone. Welcome to PHTV Channel 4 in Palos Heights. I'm Sue Jankowski, and we are here with the Travel Show. And remember, this show, you get to dream big and then make it really happen. Because we're going to give you some great ideas about where to travel next. And as always, our good friend Kathy Janes is here with us from Class Act Travel. Thank you, Kathy, for being here today.
Nice day outside with the sunshine.
Makes you want to take
get out of here, yeah, really.
And we have Katie Canzonero here with us, who has been here before, and she's given us some great ideas. She comes to us from Royal Caribbean. She's a strategic account manager, and she works with Kathy to give her information so that you can plan a great trip. And she's got some really good information here. I know you've all seen the great commercials about Royal Caribbean. They're on TV a lot. And so these are the details that a commercial doesn't have enough time to tell you on TV that you're going to really enjoy hearing. So Katie, thanks for coming to us
thank you for
today.
having me. That is a great day to talk about cruises in the Caribbean.
When it's so cold outside.
It's a little bit colder in Chicagoland.
It is. And it's the perfect time to go. January, February, March, whatever.
Yes.
You know, it's all a perfect time. But now we've got some new things. So you've got a newly redone kind of ship, and you used a different word, not redone, but you called
Royal
it
Amplified.
Amplified. Okay.
Oh, you guys made that up.
We did. We are amplifying 10 ships in 4 years, and right now we're in about the middle of the amplification process. But what's exciting is the ship that was just redone, and Thanksgiving was actually her first sailing, was the Oasis of the Seas, which the Oasis of the Seas was brought out 10 years ago and was the largest cruise ship at sea at its time.
10 years?
Yeah, so it's still a relatively newer ship to amplify. But that's what we did was since then, 3 of her sister ships have come out, Allure, Harmony, and Symphony of the Seas. And as each of these ships came out in some of our other classes of ships, the Quantum class, there were some things on the ships that guests were just loving. So we thought, why don't we go back and amplify these older ships, such as water slides. The Oasis and the Allure of the Seas does not have, they do now, but they did not have water slides. And water slides are so popular with all ages. All ages. So then we also have the Ultimate Abyss, which is a dry slide, 10 stories high. It's on the Harmony and Symphony. It's on the back of the ship. And you get in a little bag and you go down 10 stories. Well, I was on right before the Thanksgiving cruise. The employees got to take the ship out to test it for 48 hours to make sure it was ready.
It was ready for people. Okay.
And we were able to bring our family. So I brought my 8, 10, and 12-year-old, and they begged me to do that Ultimate Abyss, and I was scared to death.
I'm sure.
And everyone in line was all ages, and I just kept saying, if all these people older than me can do this, I could do the slide. So we climbed up to the top, and with the floor, it's on the very back of the ship, the floor is clear. You don't see that from the stairs.
Wow.
And I have to be brave. And there's some seniors behind me, so I'm like, if they can do it, I cannot let my 8, 10, and 12-year-old down. So I did it. I got in the little bag and went all the way down. It's all lit, and you end up at the boardwalk, which is one of the neighborhoods of the ship, right next to a bar, so you can run over and have
a drink right away.
quick drink, because I was a little bit up, but it was so fun. It goes around, and it's lit up. It's called the Ultimate Abyss.
Okay,
so,
and would you do it again?
Probably not. But it's funny, everyone we were waiting in line with, once again, all ages, they loved it. And you'd see them around the rest of the ship. What'd you think? Did you like it? Did you make it? I'm like,
well, but that's pretty big. I mean, going down 10 floors and starting on a clear thing. But people do love slides, and they do love something that's different and exciting like that. So I can see your kids probably loved it.
The kids loved it. And lots of things we've put on the ships that are exactly to that point that everyone loves. Zip lining. There's a flow rider. All of our amenities are all complimentary. We have an ice skating rink on this ship, so we put in glow-in-the-dark laser tag. It is so cool. My kids did it. They waited in line for an hour to do it. They came out and they said there were too many adults in here. They were like, why are all, I'm like, they're on vacation too. They're like, we kept getting hit because all the adults were having too much fun.
It's too
so
funny.
I think that's just what kind of sets Royal Caribbean apart, is it really is, and especially these Oasis class of ships, there's something for everyone to enjoy. We really specialize in multi-generation so that the grandparents are having a great time down to the children,
Babies,
the
yeah.
teenage children, down to the babies.
Well, and that is true too, because you want, sometimes the grandparents or the parents want to do something that is unlike what the kids want to do, but you want them to have fun, and you want to have fun, and you can do it all right there.
A cruise is a great vacation for that.
It really
If
is.
you're in a rental home or so on, or a resort, you know, you don't always have all the options. And you're right, the grandparents might want to be in the casino, or they might want to be doing a wine tasting or sports trivia in our new Playmaker Sports Bar, where the kids want to be doing that awful slide.
Yeah.
Or laser tag.
Well, now let's talk about this, the size of the ships. There's so many people will say, oh my gosh, I would never want to be on a ship that size. Well, I've been on one of the big ships for Royal Caribbean, and it's not like you're in this big group of 6,000 people. I mean, they're everywhere, and it's giant. You're like in a town.
You are exactly in a town.
So it's not like you're fighting people for dinner, or, you know, yes, you had to wait in line because everybody wanted to try those new things, but basically there's not this feeling of overwhelming crowds at all.
No.
Sort of like
There's
Christmas
not.
shopping now. When you go to the store and go Christmas shopping, they're knocking you down and whatnot.
Yes.
The
It's
same.
not
I do
like
think
that.
some people picture that, and it's not at all. We call them 7 neighborhoods. So as I was talking about the slide, and where I left off was in this wonderful boardwalk neighborhood. There's a carousel, there's an ice cream shop, there's this new Playmaker Sports Bar. So where there's always something going on. And also there is a 700-seat amphitheater where they do a water show. So, you know, why 700 people might be watching that water show, there might be 100 people playing laser tag, and, you know, the Grease might be, or one of the Broadway productions might be going on, so there's 2,000 people in the main theater. There's always something in these 7 neighborhoods going on for people to do, so you don't feel the crowds. I think laser tag was just very popular that morning because it's so new to Royal Caribbean.
Yes, I'm sure that's true.
You
But
mentioned
you're-
another thing,
yeah.
a flash something, didn't you? Another thing that was new on the ship for the kids to do, flash.
Oh, the Flow Rider or the surf simulators.
What is?
Yes.
Okay, what's
so
a
it's
flow?
so fun. They
Sorry.
get to do either wave flow like with the Wave Rider with a boogie board,
okay.
or then they can advance up. Once again, all adults were on here. You can advance up to surfing.
Oh,
and
really?
it's just they're called the Flow Riders, and they're wave simulators. So the waves are coming at you and you're surfing.
Oh,
And there's
my
2
goodness.
on the back of the Oasis.
Oh, that's gotta be kind of
Yeah,
fun.
it is.
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
cool.
It's right next to the miniature golf, and then the zip lining. You zip line those 10 stories that slide drops down. There is a zip line across. It is very scary.
Yeah.
I'm just not a daredevil, but many people are, adults and children.
Well, it's good to have the options, I think,
Yes.
you know, because I might like that, but you don't, you know,
Right.
you want to sit by the pool, you know,
Yes.
and then there's multiple pools, so it's
There's
not like
multiple pools, and that's
there's-
where we put all the water slides. Which is, so there's, the water slides actually really help, I think, with the crowd control at the pool, because the teens and so on love the water slides. So they're over in that section where, you know, the adults like to lounge in the pool. We put a new 3-story bar on called the Lime and Coconut. It has swings and it has a live band. And so the adults kind of want to be there and in the pool, and the water slides take the kids over. So there, we do have some thinking behind all this planning of
It's
crowd
strategy.
control.
Yeah,
Yes, that's the word I was
Exactly.
looking for.
Yeah, well, that is true. So now the ship is also going to destinations that you can then get off and look, or some people don't get off because that's a great time to be on the ship.
It is a great time
you
to
know,
be on the ship. There's so much to do, and these ships in with Royal Caribbean and our Oasis class are really a destination themselves. But the exciting thing about Oasis is it is going to be calling on Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which is our private island in the Bahamas, which we talked about last time. Which there's just nothing like this island. It was amplified as well with its grand opening in May. And just,
But I think you should talk about what is on this island, because, you know, we did talk about it before, but maybe our viewers didn't see that.
Well, back to slides. It has the largest water slide in North America. It's over 183 steps or more. I always get that statistic wrong, but it is. So there's a water park called Thrill Water Park on the island that guests can go into. There is they can purchase it like a shore excursion, but there's many things on the island that are complimentary. There's the Oasis Lagoon, which is the largest pool in the Caribbean, has this whole swim up bar area that's very, very fun. If you have the drink package, it includes all your drinks.
Oh, yippee.
At that swim up bar by 4 o'clock, it was quite, I thought maybe we were in Las Vegas. It was very, very fun with the DJ and the crowds. But then you go around the corner and there you see grandma with the 2-year-olds having a great time in the pool in that area. Lots of beach space, amazing food. We used to cook the food on the ship and now we put in kitchen facilities on the island. The food is phenomenal.
That's got to make it a whole lot easier for you guys
Yes,
to have the facilities right there.
There's 3 snack shacks that have funnel cakes, mozzarella sticks, the best burger you've ever had. But it is very rushed. It's out on the beach, so the seagulls kind of help themselves to the funnel cake. You have to be careful.
Don't feed the seagulls.
The one thing that is new that Kathy brought up earlier is the Cocoa Beach Club, which is going to be an exclusive area of the island for those guests that might be on their honeymoon or celebrating something special. They can purchase a pass into the Cocoa Beach Club. It'll be its own private pool. There are over-the-water cabanas that they can rent for the day.
Cool.
If they do rent a cabana, you are able to, that does give you access to the beach club all day. So just a nicer elevated lunch and so on. Just a private area, once for those people that don't want to be with 6,000 guests on the island. But the island has tons of space, lots of shade. That was our one feedback when the island, the amplification was first finished, was there was not enough shade. So almost every third lounge chair has an umbrella, which is nice because it is the Bahamas. We're not thinking we need shade today in Chicago when it's snowing here.
But you may not, some people are sensitive to the sun or just don't want to be in the sun all the time. Or if you have young children, babies or whatever, you don't want them out in the sun. That's a nice feature too. So do you have to choose a particular journey to get to Coco Cay?
Yes,
Okay.
so it is in our Eastern Caribbean itineraries and our Bahamas itineraries. But we've now put in the title of the cruise, so if it says 7-night Eastern Caribbean and Coco Cay, it'll have it that it's in there.
Okay.
And Kathy and her team would love to help you find a cruise that's going to Perfect Day.
Yes. I've had a few calls where they tell me, we want to do Royal Caribbean, but we have to do the one that goes to the island.
Yes.
They might not get Coco Cay in
they
there,
know
but
what they wanna
I know
do.
what they want to do. So we always had to take a look and see which one will do that so they can go there.
Yes.
I think that's great. I mean,
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's a feather in your cap, honey, because of what you've done with that island.
Well, there's a lot of commercials here and going to continue through the cold months that will feature the island. So it is such a great
be looking,
destination.
for that, just in case you want to.
We even have a song for Perfect Day, so that'll be in the commercial.
Do you want to sing it? I thought not, but you never know.
We said entertainment,
Okay, so now I just want to mention too, in case you want to go to the other side of the world, you do have a new island with Royal Caribbean near the Australia area.
Yes, so the Perfect Day at Coco Cay has been such a hit in the Bahamas that it is the first of our Perfect Day collection. We have all these wonderful, amazing large ships, and we can't create countries. So we're creating islands and destinations for our cruises to call on. Travel is so popular. People want to buy experiences and not things anymore. And vacations and cruises are so wonderful for the family. So we have are doing our next island will be open in 2 years. It's off the coast of Australia called Perfect Day at Lalepa. And it is in the Vanuatu Islands.
I'm impressed.
Yes.
Yeah, you did real well with that.
So we're very excited about that. That island isn't going to be big and flashy with water slides. It's going to be very eco-friendly. It will fit the culture of those islands. So just a great experience that some of our guests here, who want to go to that area of the world will be able to experience.
Okay, that's nice too, and it's nice to be able to have the flashy island and then the more natural islands.
And
You
then
can do
stay
both of
tuned.
them.
We're not sure where Perfect Day number 3, number 4, and number 5 will be, but kind of
Somewhere.
feel it might be closer to us.
Oh,
That would be
Hopefully,
nice.
will be
Yeah.
some things that'll
Lake
be
Michigan?
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, please.
More closer, yes. And then I do want to talk a little bit about if you just want to jump, if you're cold and ready to get out of Chicago and you want to get a quick getaway or you've never tried a cruise before, we do have amazing ships doing a 3 and 4 night cruise. One's out of Port Canaveral, which is Orlando Airport, so it's very easy to get to. It's about 40 minutes to go to Port Canaveral. That's the Mariner of the Seas. And then the Navigator of the Seas is Miami. And that does a 3-night and a 4-night as well. So great. If you're on a budget, that's a great way to go try a cruise. Both of those ships have been amplified. They have amazing water slides. And,
So,
and
that
they
works.
go
That's
to
neat.
Perfect Day at
And
Coco Cay.
That's the other thing, because sometimes families only want a short little
Right,
cruise.
because not everyone can get off 7 days.
That's right.
People are taking more vacations and shorter vacations.
And they want to know would they like a cruise or not like a cruise. And a 3 or 4 day, it's a perfect taste of a cruise.
And those ships are wonderful. We put on all types of our specialty restaurants to really make the 3 and 4 night experience amazing.
That's cool.
Okay, so they can ask Kathy about that too.
Yes.
You're like, I don't really need a big long cruise. That, she can steer
Yeah.
them in that direction to that kind of thing. And they're going to get now these ships. You said the Mariner, and what was the other one?
The Navigator of the Seas.
Other those larger ships are a little bit
They're
smaller.
around 4,000 passengers, and they were amplified.
They were.
One last year and one this year.
Okay, so,
So
they-
lots of specialty restaurants on there, complimentary restaurants, some new nightlife. We've really tried to a tiki bar. The Lime and Coconut again is on there.
That's a song, too.
On the Navigator, the ship out of Miami. It's 3 stories, and a lot of people don't know about it. And you go up to the 3rd deck, and there's these amazing swings and lounge chairs. That's where I highly suggest going for all the sailaways, because you could just watch
really
the ship
watch.
pull out of port.
Oh, that's got to be really
And
neat.
it's
yeah.
beautiful in the
That sounds
sunset, and so
really
great
nice.
place to be.
Okay, so this time of year, I do think people are looking for that, winter escape. And it's not too late to plan something.
Oh, we have lots of availability
Yeah.
for January, February, and
So
March.
get planning.
get
some
going,
time,
guys.
Get
Yes.
going. Get,
Yes.
get going. But beyond that, I mean, if you wanted to go somewhere, a different destination, not a Caribbean or Royal Caribbean does have other destinations.
Oh,
I mean, they
yes.
go to Alaska
Yes.
and all of that too.
So we have 3 ships that do Alaska. Alaska's a summer season. It's a cruise is a great way to see Alaska. Because it's just the coastline, I think, is what. As well, you can add a land portion, and Kathy's office can do that for you, either through us or
Yes.
through a different,
Yeah.
a different tour operator. But cruise, I feel like Alaska's on everyone's bucket list, and a cruise is a great way to do
absolutely.
it. We have
I agree.
options leaving from Seattle and Vancouver, or even Anchorage. We have a ship you start in Alaska and you come down and get off in Vancouver, or you can start in Vancouver and go north and get off in Anchorage, and that's where you would add your land if you wanted to do Denali or so on.
And kind of, either one is great. I mean, it just depends on which way you want to go. When we went, we sailed north from Vancouver up. It was on sale. Sorry, I mean to put it just
And you can
bluntly.
help anyone find the ones that are on sale.
It was just on sale, so that's the one we took, and it was. I'd go again. We had a great
Yes.
time with it. The whales, the porpoises,
The wildlife.
the just eagles. They just sit there and look at you like There's so many. It's an amazing trip. It is our final frontier. I mean, that's the
really
way,
is.
way to put it. It really
and
is.
hopefully it stays that way, because it's just so beautiful and
Yeah, I agree.
untouched and unspoiled.
Yeah. You're
So
not.
I just want to mention that there are other choices if you're not someone who enjoys like the sun and beaches and swimming pools.
Or the wildlife of Alaska. There's Europe. We have 8 ships in Europe. Europe is very popular for a cruise. We have 8 options. We have some smaller ships there too, because often, and I'm sure you hear this, Kathy, people say, we want Royal Caribbean, but we don't want to be on with 6,000 guests. We want a smaller ship. So we do have the Radiance class of ships. That 2 are doing Alaska, and then 2 are in Europe, and they are around 2,400 passengers. So they're
People like
really
that,
built
yeah.
for the destination, because there's lots of glass and so on, and you can really experience the places you're sailing to. So we have some ones doing the Baltic, so there's some very nice St. Petersburg cruises. We also have round trip Venice that calls on Greece. Those are very, very popular.
Yes.
And then we do have some larger ships that are doing, Barcelona, just a regular 7-night Western Caribbean. Those are very popular for families or multi-gen that the grandparents want to take everyone and they just want to do a sample of Europe. You don't have to unpack. You get to experience all those countries, and everybody can kind of do what they want and meet for dinner in the evenings and recap the day. So
I think what's helped the sailing out of Venice and out of Barcelona. Now from Chicago, we have nonstop flights to both of those locations.
yes,
So
yes.
that before we didn't have anything to Venice that was nonstop. You had to stop. Same thing with Barcelona. Now we do, and I think that's helped that end of it a lot.
Right.
Because a lot of people just want nonstop. They want
Especially when
nonstop.
you're traveling that far.
Oh, it's, you know, when you got a 9-hour flight and then you got to stop somewhere and add another, let's say,
Layover of
2
something.
hours.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's tough. It's a hard thing to do.
And you can help everyone find those flights, so what's best for them. And if they
Yeah.
want to do a pre or post in these countries,
They
which
can.
most people usually do add on a little bit of land.
Especially when you're coming from here to go all the way, let's say, to Venice. Do the night in Venice, that one night, just to play safe, guys. Don't just figure, oh, I'm just going to go and then we'll get. Just do one night, just to make sure you
You're
get on
there.
the ship.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the ship. Well, the value of a ship is going on a cruise is so great too, considering all your meals,
Yes.
your entertainment, your housing, not unpacking, not moving
Right.
from place to place. Those are great amenities too.
Well,
so
and in Europe, people also tell me you have American-sized beds.
yeah, yes.
Because
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true. That is a big thing.
you don't know when you have
No.
some of those, inns and so
Because
on,
you're
or
like,
what your
yeah,
bathrooms and
They're
your beds
small.
are going to be.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know on the ship you're getting
what you're going to
yes,
get. Yes. And also, I feel like on a ship too, there's a lot of help. You know, if you have a problem or you
Yes.
need
Oh,
some
yeah.
help or you don't know what to do about something in particular, you have a whole staff that can help you.
And
with
medical
that, too.
staff. There's a
Yeah.
medical staff on the ship. You never know.
And you
it
have
does
a
make
casino
people
that follows you
Right.
behind as you're going.
Yes.
You know, you can go do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you could have some more money to spend in the ports when you win in the casino.
When you what? What did you say?
Once I think I won $700.
Oh, congrats! That's excellent.
And they don't know I'm an employee.
No.
That's excellent. Good for you, hon. Yeah,
It's
I
exciting.
like that.
Well, Katie, before we go, anything else we want to let our viewers know about
Well,
traveling
there's
with
lots
Royal
of specials
Caribbean?
going on right now, 30% off all guests. So definitely contact
okay.
Kathy's office. She always has access to the latest and greatest of what's happening
Okay.
at Royal Caribbean. Definitely work with her and her team.
Yes,
And,
please. We'll do
yes.
our best to get you there.
Well, you know, Kathy,
Okay.
why don't
Yes.
you tell our
oh.
viewers where they should call, where they should go?
You should call us. We're Class Act Travel in Worth, Illinois, 6946 West 111th Street. It's at the corner of 111th and Worth Avenue. We are open Monday through Fridays, 9 to 5, Saturdays, 9 to 1. And if you need evenings, just call us and we'll set it up for you so you can have evenings. 708-448-6560. Thank you.
Okay, well, that sounds like something you can easily find out about. And if Kathy doesn't know, she can ask Katie.
Yes.
Katie knows.
We'll get you taken
a
care
whole
of on
bunch
your
stuff.
cruise.
And while you can plan a last minute trip, which is exciting and fun, it really is. I always think fun to plan ahead so that
Yes.
you can get ready and enjoy and kind of savor the time together.
And get what you want.
Get what you want.
Yes,
Get
and
what
the
you want.
staterooms you want.
Yes, exactly. Because
right.
the longer you guys wait, that room that you wanted in your heart really bad could be gone, and there's no way to get it back.
Exactly.
So please, if you want to do this, book it early. We don't need a big deposit. The insurance can be paid at the final, so it's
And if the price goes down before final payment,
You get it.
we adjust it for you.
yeah,
Okay, good to
you can
know.
have it. But so think about that. Just do it. When you think about it, just book it. And if you have to cancel before final payment, you get your deposit back
Yes.
in full.
Good. Good to know.
Good.
Go ahead and plan your trip. Katie, thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much.
We love hearing about Royal Caribbean, and now you can, when you're seeing the commercials on TV, you can really picture yourself there.
You know what they're talking about, right? Yeah.
Kathy, thanks for
And when
being
they're
here.
You're very
singing the
welcome.
song.
Thank you. Yeah.
See you next time on the Travel Show. Bye-bye.